As the drummer boy go pum pum, give you some of this cinnamon. Let me work it.
Big shout to Makina Entertainment. Shout. Big shout to Chino. House of Fitted Hats. BX. DJ K Slate Drama King. 50 Cent. Street Justice.
Hey yo.
Super ugly. Yeah, Warren. Exhibit 1.
All right. Let's see if this works tonight. Now, what about, can I get this to show live? I don't know. No. What's up? If you jump over to YouTube, I'm going to try to do this on YouTube instead. Instagram's been a problem for live stuff lately, so links in my profile. Just click on the link. It takes you over here. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Yeah. So I'll stay live on YouTube, but only from the side. I really want people to come over to YouTube instead. So let's see. Yeah, come over to my YouTube channel. I guess I don't need this actually. This is still only for the phone. Okay, I'll take this out. Don't need that. Yeah, so if people come over to my okay, I see people on now. Well, I saw people on before. Is there a way to figure out who's on here? The next step button. Okay, I saw a couple people on. The link is in my profile. If you go to my profile, you can access the link for my YouTube Live instead. Going to be doing it from here. Yeah, I'll be doing it from here because this is actually a lot easier to deal with. And the last time I did a stream, it lost my video, which I was pretty pissed about. So yeah, come over to my YouTube channel. I'll wait for a minute or two over here before I start unboxing. But come over to my YouTube channel. The link is in my profile. Subscribe to my channel if you would, and if you also like it, that doesn't hurt either. Yeah, I'm doing this over on my YouTube channel. So for anybody new, what up, Ninja? Yeah, come over to my YouTube channel. It records chat. It'll be easier to record and play back later. Everything about YouTube is, I think, better. Instagram is not made for live chat, so or at least they keep screwing it up. To be honest with you, they keep cutting down on features and stuff like that. Now they don't even have IGTV anymore. So come jump over on my YouTube channel. The link is in my profile. I can't see for some reason. I can't see who's online. If you want, throw something in the chat so I can see you online. I'm still learning. Oh, participants. There we go. Zero the 4 connections. What the hell is that? I don't know what that means. Oh, hello. Okay. All right. So we got some people in here. Okay. 3 people. Better than nothing. There we go. Okay. Now it's starting to bottom Bottom left 3 is watchers. Yeah, it looks, yeah, all right. I don't know. It looks hard. It's hard to tell. Participants. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Top chat, live chat. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn all this stuff, but YouTube looks a lot better than YouTube's doing a lot better than Instagram. Instagram keeps losing my shit, so I'm tired of it. Jump over if you're just joining. Jump over to Instagram, YouTube. I mean, the links in my profile. I know a couple people are joining as we speak, so I'll wait for. Are you Glass City? You there? I know Ronnie was going to join, and Decap should be somewhere around here, but who knows? Who knows? People will join as they join, I guess. See, now it tells me 5 or 6 people, but in the participants, it only tells me 4 people. So, hop out chat. I guess, is that helpful? I don't know. Is that, I don't, hop out chat. No, probably not, right? I don't know how to put that back. How do I put the chat back into the, oh, God. Well, it can't be any worse than YouTube, right? YouTube literally lost they lost the last video I did. So I'm like, it never made it. Like, no, unless you were watching it live, you didn't get to see the whole video because they just deleted it at the end. So yes. Anyway, let's open some stuff, and as people join, they'll join. Like I said, if you're joining on Instagram, please go to my profile and join my YouTube live stream. Um, Knife, and I've got a lot of stuff still. Basically, all the stuff behind me there still needs to get cataloged and added to eBay. So I've got a lot of stuff I've been working on getting uploaded. If you see something, let me know because it could be a week or two before I get to unboxing everything. So let's start with a couple small ones first. Hello, hello. If you joined on Instagram, please come over to YouTube. The link is in my profile. Very easy to get there. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to throw some comments in so I know you're there. It's I'm still getting used to YouTube, and I'm not really sure how to see where the participants are. Or maybe it just keeps changing. Maybe that's the problem. But anyway, I'm over on YouTube. Please join YouTube. The link is in my profile. Let's see. So let's see. I guess everything here kind of came in. So some of this stuff could be big. I don't know what anything is. I never know what anything is until we open it. So this was sent in an old cigar box. Oh, I guess semi-fitting. I have a 9/8 in the first one, so I've wanted to pick up a couple of the Back to the Future 2 and 3s. There's some for decent prices, so just a game I don't have on hand right now, so I need to pick one up. In my experience, that franchise is one of the fastest selling franchises out there. The Back to the Future franchise, even in games, the game was not a very good game, but the movie was so iconic that people love to have it as a collectible. So, there's a lot of Back to the Future fans out there. I am a big one myself, so I don't blame anybody for wanting it despite it not being the best and most exciting of games. If you're just joining on YouTube, on Instagram, come to YouTube profile. The link is in my profile. So this is something graded. You know that? Oh, okay, cool. I don't have one of these. All right, I don't have. I had 2 of the same edition, if you count this one, but it's the only one I have right now. Super Mario Dance. It's becoming harder to a game that's it's becoming harder to find, and I'm just trying to like round out my set. This is like the only one I think I don't have right now, in like a higher grade. If you just joined the profile, my profile has a link to the YouTube live link where I am doing this live on YouTube. Again, if you joined, follow the link, come to YouTube. Awesome game to have. Yeah, it's a cool one. I like it better. I didn't really love the yellow cover one, but I went ahead and got one just because I have all the other ones. But yeah, it's the Mario Advance is it's its own game. So I guess my reason for not liking the other two, the other one is the NES Classic one. I guess because it's just a remake. So it's just kind of like a best hits for me. So I don't really love collecting those. But like I said, I bought the yellow one anyway. It's the Super Mario Advance 4 that is actually like Super Mario 3. And then the classic series, I'm going to go with that one. That one's not so interesting to me, but no harm if that's your favorite one. So this is cool. This is really cool. Definitely have not owned a copy of this in many years. Not sure where I even found this, to be honest with you. But very cool to see it come in. There we go. Pretty nice condition, huh? There's a Warcraft, Orcs and Humans, big box. There you go. Pretty nice, right? It's cool. Like I said, I haven't owned one of these in a very long time. This one's very well preserved. I'm happy with it. I have no idea what it'll get grade wise. It's very hard for me to predict big box grading. They just don't always go your way. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. How much are those going for? I honestly don't know. I don't know how much I spent, and I don't know how much they're going for. My guess is that if they're graded, those a few thousand probably now. There's a big following for those, and that people are looking for them now. No one on YouTube, or everybody's on YouTube. Good. If anybody joins on Instagram, I'll let them know, or I'll try. But Instagram sucks. I got to figure out a better way to let people know. I wish you could send out links to people, but of course, you can't send out links, so that kind of makes it difficult. Right. Another graded game. Sometimes I get it raws. Most of the time these days, I prefer to buy graded. That may be counterintuitive to a lot of new people who think that they're just going to go out and get a bunch of raws and have a great old time. But the truth of the matter is that when you buy raws, you have grading risk, which includes not just the grading of the game itself, but the grading risk also kind of it includes like the amount of time it takes to get the game back, the length of time that it stays at one of the grading companies, and the amount of money that you have to invest to get it graded as well. So anyway, this is a cool one. This is just one that I was like, Well, why the hell not? You don't see it come up every day, and it's a really beautiful game. This is Virtual Fighter for Sega Saturn, and it is a reflective cover, so it's going to be hard for me to get. You kind of see it there. Also a semi 3D cover. It comes out from the box a little bit, which is kind of cool. This is a really beautiful game in and of itself. It's a fun game as well. Uh, Big on the Sega Saturn, big on a couple other platforms. I think it came out for PS1, maybe not Virtual Fighter 2, but one of the Virtual Fighters might have come out. Uh, or maybe it was PlayStation 2. I'm not sure. I think they came out for another platform though, and that's where they actually became more popular because Sega Saturn was not a terribly popular platform, but it's one of my favorite to collect for. So really cool foil cover. It's called Virtual Fighter 2, 96B plus, obviously good grade. Seals on these things very difficult to get A's or A plus seals on these Sega Saturn or Jewel Box games of this size in the first place. So if you just joined on Instagram, click the link on my profile. It'll take you over to YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Saturn, you love it. Yeah, I actually am a big fan of Saturn. I just know, um, compared to Nintendo at the time, it was it was sad in comparison to like what was it? It was essentially N64. In comparison to N64, there's just no comparison, unfortunately. The quality of the games can be compared because the quality of the games definitely existed with Sega Saturn, but in terms of popularity, I guess there's just N64 just dominated that time frame totally. So yeah. If you're still on Instagram, go over to Instagram or YouTube. I'm sorry. The profile, the link is in my profile. So there we go. It's better. New shirts just came in. Uh, I don't know. It just felt like there was some new stuff for summer. Um, First one of this new Wada batch. This Wada batch is a turbo, another turbo box that came back. So they're moving through my old turbos from almost a year ago. A lot of this stuff I don't remember. Um, Again, if you want something, feel free to claim it. If you claim it, I give you a price for it. You have right of first refusal. I won't offer it to anybody else before that. So feel free to DM me. Don't claim it. I'm watching most of these comments, but I can't see all of them. So don't claim it in the comments. Just DM me, and I'll give you right of first refusal. Um, First one up is Super Play Action Football. This is a cool game, flying under the radar right now. This is the follow-up to Play Action Football. That was one of the most popular games for NES. This one's an 8.5B, so definitely very middle of the road. There is a hole at the top there, so that's the B. No harm there. I mean, amazing game if it was your game and you loved it. Amazing copy of it for a very cheap price, considering the grade not being as high as what I would have liked. But the B is really just the seal part there. So I mean, it's usually that's really something most people can live with, which is nice. I mean, sometimes a B seal can be a blessing in disguise. This one's cool. This one is a B plus seal, so a little bit better in terms of seals. Still not where I would like to be, but Lawnmower Man. Um, this was a cool movie, I believe. I believe I watched. It was it? Um, what's his name? Keanu Reeves in Lawnmower Man? Am I thinking about Johnny Mnemonic? Maybe I was thinking about Johnny Mnemonic. Anyway, I thought this was a movie. I might be just having an old an old moment there. I really think this is a movie. As a movie, the Lawnmower Man exploded. Yeah, I kind of remember. I remember the movie mostly. I just got invoiced by VGA today, freaking 3 months in advance. Yeah, the annoying the good part about VGA is they don't invoice you the second that you submit your shit, like Wada does. On the downside, VGA invoices you randomly when they decide to open up your package, and you don't really get a choice of it's like, would you want them to send it back? No. All right, well, here's $4,000 on your credit card. Hope you were expecting it. Yeah, it's it's kind of a slap in the gut, but you're fucked either way. I mean, you're paying it with what? I mean, I think my last Warp Zone submission was 4 games, for the games that came back last time. I think it was something like almost like I think it was $3,000 for 4 games. So I mean, we're almost at $1,000 a game. It's getting scary. Ooh, this is nice. Decaps you like this. Urban Strike for SNES. I don't think these come in very high grades typically. I think these are typically beat the fuck up. That's really cool to see one in a 9.6 A plus. I mean that's some heat right there if I'm not mistaken. This is a big game. I mean, I played Urban Strike. I feel like I played this even at the arcade too. Does anybody know if there was an arcade game for Urban Strike? I think there was. Maybe this is Super Urban Strike. I don't know. Still, either way, pretty awesome. Uh, Decaps, tell us more about this game. I know you know everything about it. Every SNES title. So, what are we looking at here? Is this Super Urban Strike? No, Urban Strike, the sequel to Jungle Strike. So Jungle Strike, I guess, was on the was it on NES or was that on SNES too? I don't know. 4 games for VGA, just set in 15 games. What the fuck? Yeah. So I mean, with Wada, you have to pay based on the insurance number. So with VGA, I mean, I don't think you do, or at least I've never declared a game for enough that you actually have to start declaring paying more for insurance. But if you join on the, if anybody joins on the, if anyone's on the Instagram feed, click the link in my profile, it'll take you over to YouTube with the rest of us. Awesome. Next one. A little hydration. I've been tending to lose my voice halfway through these things. 4K, 4 games. It was like 3K, but it was like, I mean, I'd like a $6,000 game in there, or maybe, I don't know, $8,000, and then I had they wanted to charge me more, charge me like $20,000 on a game that they like then proceeded to grade much lower than their comparison. It was, I don't know, it's ridiculous. Warp Stones are expensive. Um, the War of 3010. There's a 9.6A plus. This is about as good as it gets. This is a fairly well-known game. I see this floating around every so often. It usually, has some kind of following. I don't know what the following is. It's not a game that I've played, but it's a cool looking game. Like the cover, a lot. Um, what else did I miss? How fast or what can I go over speedrun? Some people say the new speedruns are faster. Sometimes, some people are saying it doesn't look faster to me, but I don't know. After setting in, it doesn't sound right. A big box PC game will cost you max $200 at VGA. If the big box is large enough, I think it bumps it up to a custom 2, custom 3 box, which is then I think at a premium rate is over $200. But it depends on the size of the game. They measure, so like at VGA, the way they measure the custom cases, and this is kind of important, the way they measure the custom cases is by the sum of three sides. So this side, and this side. And then they say, well, if this is like, let's say this is what, 8 inches, and then this is like 4 inches, so like 12 and then 20. So this would be 20-inch. And then if it goes into different tiers based on what the size of it is. So depends on the size of the game, but yeah. Here's Bassmasters. This I definitely played at the arcade. I want to say this is probably the only place I would have played this was at the arcade. Bassmasters is of course fishing, something that can be fun under the right circumstances and if you have the right crowd, but not something that I necessarily would sit around and do in my own house. But more power to you. And this is a cool game, and was pretty fun. Like I said, definitely with the right crowd, it can be extremely fun. So this one has a Bass membership offer. $6 off a Bass membership. So that's kind of cool. Where is that? That's you see okay. On the left side, on the right side, whatever. $6 off Bass. So V-Seam 8.5A. If you're joining on the Instagram feed, if you click on my profile, you will see the link to take you to YouTube. Makes sense. The insurance, yes. So WADA charges you insurance on the game based on what you declare its value, and then they correct you if you're wrong, or they try to at least. The EGA does what everywhere else in the world, the way everywhere else in the world does it. They let you declare whatever you want for your game, and then you can declare for whatever you want. But if something happens to the game, you're only insured for what you declare for. So, yeah, hit the like button, everybody, please, if you will. I'm trying to get my stats up on YouTube, and just Instagram sucks. So, I mean, it's good for some things, but showing off Pinball Dreams. This is a beautiful cover. Really like the game. Again, not one. I think the pop reports are really slim on this. I'm going to find out as soon as we are over, unless someone wants to tell me right now. But I'm pretty sure the pop reports are really not going to show many copies of this. 9-8, really great looking, really great looking copy. Pinball Dreams. I love pinball games, honestly, at this stage, and a lot of the games were really simple for these earlier platforms. So like pinball was a great game to model. One of my favorite games for Game Boy is Revenge of the Gator, which is a pinball game involving alligators. So go figure. Man, all SNES. TCAPs better still be here because this is crazy. All SNES games. His favorite. I didn't plan it like this, but Pac-Man, the new adventures of Pac-Man. So I've had this game for Genesis. I don't remember ever having it for SNES. For Genesis, it has what they call a lenticular cover. It looks like a hologram or something shiny anyway, and it goes on top of the. I don't know if there's a lenticular cover for SNES as well. My guess is that there is not, but if there is, I don't have it. This is a cool one, though. I mean, Pac-Man refuses to go away, and I love his stubbornness. So. Obviously Super Mario is now probably the most loved, and then Zelda. But Pac-Man was once the king of video games, and I certainly hope that character does not die out. So, you know, whatever. The New Adventures of Pac-Man. First print is lenticular. Okay. So, yeah, that must be badass. So in the Genesis copy, the lenticular cover is like a hologram, sort of, kind of, but like it's a card that goes on top of it. Um, Obviously, Decaps is saying the first print is SNES has the same thing. It makes for a beautiful game. If it's in great shape, and if it's encapsulated, well, like that's going to be a beautiful game to show off. Here's a nice one too. I like the cover on this guy as well. Here's Metal Comet, Falcon's Revenge. A game I know only a little bit about. If I played this at all, it was fleeting. But the gameplay looks really badass. If you can see here, you can see a couple of those screenshots, and it looks like a really fun game. Kind of reminds me of like well, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of like Sonic the Hedgehog a little bit, but. Oh, this requires the Super Scope. That's what it was about this one. This one is a I almost missed it on the front. This one is a Super Scope game. I knew there was something particular. I was forgetting about this one. The Super Scope was the big bazooka-like thing. Big bazooka-like thing that you would hold, and was really cool. Tim Grover on YouTube, if you want to click on my profile link, it'll take you over. So cool. Cool to see some of the. Not many games were specific for the Super Scope. These peripheral devices just did not get the kind of love that they want to get. So at the end of the day, they didn't have a very big library, and so it's cool to see the ones that did make it. Another cool game, Big Sky Troopers. This is an 8.0A. Love the design, love the name. Don't really know much about it. Again, if I had to guess, it looks kind of like a Kid Chameleon type game, but I don't know. It might actually it kind of looks like Diablo too. Any knowledge on this? The Big Sky? Yeah, the Big Sky cover, really cool. I like I said, I don't know that much about it, but yeah, I mean, what's not to love about the cover? Beautiful artwork. So, one more in this box. I've got a couple more boxes, and they probably will be bigger items. This was, like I said, this was a turbo order, so this was from a while ago. This was just the balls. That's right, balls in 3D, but balls. Gotta love the name. Gotta love the game. Gotta give it to them. Like, it's the balls. I've actually wanted a game of this. I wanted a copy of this game for a while. Obviously for comedic effect amongst other things, but a 988 plus is that's a 9. Didn't even need that high grade, but I will take it. That's the balls. That is the balls. Interesting game. Again, not one that I've spent probably any time playing this one. But Japan copy, no rating. Balls. Yeah. Put that aside here. So that is the end of the SNES, the big SNES match. What else do I have left? Okay, I got a 6-pack. I think there's only 4 games in here though, and it feels a little light, so I'm guessing it's not a full 6-pack, but actually a 4-pack. So we'll see. But this is also a water one. My guess again is a speed run on this one because it's only a six box. Yes, there's only 4 games in it. Now I thought the 4 games that were in here were the 4 games that I undid last time that I didn't get to save the video from, but it was the Outrun. It was what was it? Mario and Doom big box, PS1 anyway. But oh no, maybe this is just a continuation of the last box. Actually, I don't know. It came at a different time, but it is still SNES. So here's a SNES PGA Tour. Is this European Tour? No, this is just PGA Tour Golf. 94A. So was PGA Tour your game? I don't know. I like that it's got all the golfers on there. Armour, Azinger, Couples, McCumber, Stedler, Zoller, Battery Backup. I don't know most of the. I don't know most of these people, but maybe it's just me not knowing golfers from the early '90s. I would have thought Tiger or Jack Nicholson or somebody is on there, but claim it if cheap. Well, so just claim it, and I'll give you a price. And if it's not what you consider cheap, then don't take it. Balls. Yes, if you're on the Instagram side, transfer over to YouTube. The link is in my profile. Here's a cool game. I've been waiting for this one to come back. This is for use with the mouse. Another peripheral device that did not, sell a lot, but did make it to certain games like King Arthur's World. And I want to say, yeah, this was like a long quest game, I think, and you could use the mouse to select, certain things and. King Arthur's World, though, yeah, this was a fairly big game. There's a cut in the box. There's a cut at the top. You can't really. Oh, you can see it kind of right there. It's not. Oh, there you go. You can see it. It's not really bad, but they notated it, and that's probably what got it such a low grade because it's otherwise it looks pretty nice. Outrun was so awesome. Yeah, thank you, buddy. It's one I've been looking for so long, and it's so incredibly hard to find. There are no copies of it, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it just there just aren't. Here's kind of a cool title and in a nice grade. National Hockey Night for ESPN 92A. So you got the Rangers jersey sticking out there, the Kings, the Penguins in the background, Flyers, and this was a fairly big hockey game for SNES. Not as big as NHL '94. This one was in '94 as well, so around the same time, but a good game nonetheless. A good game for sure. If you just joined on Instagram, feel free to join us on YouTube profile. My link is in my profile. Balls, yeah, balls. I mean, how great is that? Where did I put that game? Where did I put the balls? I don't know. It's gone. Oh, this is awesome. This is really awesome. David Crane's David Crane's Amazing Tennis. This is really cool. I'm pretty sure this is one of those like super hard to find titles, especially in high grade. Foot Locker coupon here. Really kind of everything you want in a sports center, except I'm not sure who that is on the front. Nintendo Power, March 92. Maybe it's David Crane. I don't know. Who's David Crane? I don't know. He must be a tennis player. That's what's going to happen as we get further and further away from some of these things. People are going to be like, well, who's David Robinson, or who's Pat Riley? But it's what's going to happen. Cool tennis game from back in the day. Love the grade. I mean, you can't hate that. So that was the what I thought was going to be a semi big box from Wada, but I have another. Is it just one more? I got one more big one at least. I think there's only a couple games in it, but these are the probably the bigger games of the night. So, I mean, balls is obviously 9.8 in balls. I mean, who doesn't want perfect balls? And that's why you can't pass up a chance to buy some balls. I mean, if you've waited this long to get some balls, get some balls. You know? Go out there and find yourself some balls. Of course, box inside a box. All right. Box inside a box. Who is David Crane? I don't know. That sounds like a great title for like a great title for a show or something, or a movie. Who is David Crane? Just one game or two? Two games. Show the small one first. I think the second one is bigger. Balls. If you don't have some, you should get some balls. All right. This is pretty cool. Return of the Jedi for Game Boy. I like me some Super Return of the Jedi, actually. And that is a Super Game Boy pack, meaning you can play it on Super Nintendo in their converter. And so you can play Return of the Jedi on the TV if you buy it for a Game Boy. 968 Plus, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to grab a Star Wars game in 9.6 condition. So super happy about that one. Not as happy as I am about this one. This one is now my third. Yeah, this is now my third copy, but surprisingly, this will be my nicest copy as of today. Back to the beginning. It always comes back here, right? Back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. Mario 1, all its glory, 85A plus. It's the highest grade I have. I've gotten an 85A and an 85B plus for sale. I may even have a 7.0B plus as well for sale. But when I get another chance to get one of these, oh no, that's not true. I do have a 9.0 in this game, but it's a special. That's a special situation. Haven't felt like sharing that one yet, but I will when the time is right. So this is it. This is the big one of the night. I got myself another Super Mario. I just don't think you can have too many of these, to be honest with you. So happy to get another one in. Clay Mario, if it's cheap, sure. Um, you could claim one of the lower ones. I don't know if it'll be cheap though. Yeah, I don't know. I've said before, I guess, I'll say it again. I thought the Friday session of the auction was pathetic. I thought the Saturday was complete opposite. Uh, Way stronger than I wanted to be involved in. I didn't win anything of much substance on Saturday. Um, the price action was fierce. It was clear people were using the population reports on Saturday. I'm not sure why that didn't come more into play on Friday's lots. Friday had bigger games. The bigger games went for cheaper amounts. The more regular or mid-tier games went for the higher amounts. So it was confusing out there, and I would say that, I would use Saturday as the big takeaway from the auction, and I would say, the market is definitely getting educated, and an educated market is a good market. Um, Ultimately, for people, it means more transactions. It means more transparency and more comfort in buying things, and ultimately, I think it's going to lead to more a faster evolution of this market too, which includes evolving prices and prices that are consistent with the rarities that we're dealing with. That is definitely not happening yet, but on Saturday we saw the beginnings of it. People sitting down using the pop reports as the games came up for auction, looking up the rarities, knowing what the rarities are, and bidding on them according to what those rarities, or at least indications of rarities from from the WATA guides have been. It's going to be very interesting. I think this year we'll probably get VGA reports. I don't know if it'll actually happen or not, but if we get the VGA reports this year, I think that we could be off to the races. So I don't know. I guess the fact of the matter is, hopefully we get VGA prop reports, and I think you see this become a legitimized hobby from every standpoint, and I think you see the prices just kind of start to take off. So I think we saw the inklings of that on Saturday. A lot of prices of games that a lot of people never heard of were doing much better than I've ever would have ever thought, and including games that people have heard of, that people have been less interested in. Mario Golf, Mario Tennis being the obvious ones there, and so I think I think we're in a new market. I think you should definitely try to be getting the positions that you want before this buying opportunity goes away completely. But I think in some ways the buying opportunity is already starting to leave us. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. So I realize I don't look at the camera, but I'll try to next time. Yeah, so I guess no questions. I'll let everybody go for the night. Thank you for joining me for the unboxing. I'll try to make this available in case you want to watch anything back or you missed the beginning. And thank you for joining me.